All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the MR.talks podcast. I'm sorry for missing last week. I've just been so busy with content creation, this podcast, acting jobs, acting auditions, working at my day job. It's just been a lot recently, and I'm so grateful that I have the privilege to be struggling in this creative field. But I'm thankful that recently it's been kind of picking up in all aspects. I feel like the podcast, like the view counts and the on TikTok specifically have been growing a little bit. My content creation on my other TikTok accounts have been doing pretty good. I've been gaining I gained actually quite a bit of followers because I recently went viral. I had almost 4 million views on one TikTok. I think I gained almost 1,800 followers, and I'm so grateful for that because I want to continue that to build my own community. So not only do people feel seen, but they feel like they aren't alone, whether it's making them laugh on my personal TikTok account or it's making them feel seen from this podcast, or if it's just them liking the similar movie as I do on my movie review account. Nonetheless, I am here to talk about my mom. This week's episode, I wanted to take a bit of an appreciation post basically for my mom because the month of May is Mother's Month, you know. Um, and this past weekend we celebrated Mother's Day, and I just felt like it was a good thing because it's been on my mind, and I was gonna do it last week, but I just had so much to do, especially because it was Mother's Day's weekend. I was just so busy. So yeah, let's just get started, okay? Appreciation to my mom. This past weekend was Mother's Day, and when Mother's Day is around, I always grow a deeper appreciation for my mom. Appreciation for all the things that she's done, the sacrifices she had to take in order for me to succeed in anything in my life, the empathy and compassion she has for me, even though sometimes I could have been completely overreacting with some of my emotions and actions, the endless support of my untraditional creative career, the unconditional love she has for me and my sister. I am so deeply grateful for the mother that I have because without her, I wouldn't be the man that I am today. I am lucky to have a mother who is present in my life. I am lucky to have a mother who has unconditional love for me. I am lucky to have a mother that is patient with my emotional outbursts while I was growing up. I am lucky to have a mother that always shows up when I'm insufferable. I am lucky to have a mother who has always seen the good in me. My mom had me at 22 years old, at the same age that I am now. Now that I'm at the same age when my mom had me, I reflect a lot on our relationship because I know it must have been really hard having to move to a whole new country at that age, let alone be a mom. We were supporting each other while we were achieving our goals. I'm 22 right now, and it's crazy because I can't even imagine how it felt trying to set up your new life at the same time raising a child, especially with the fact that I was kind of difficult. No one knew that I had anxiety, not even myself. No one really understood why I had these outbursts of anger, or these crazy mood swings, or why I acted the way that I did. Nonetheless, my mom tried her hardest to give me the most empathy possible so she can understand why I was the way that I was. Because of that, I am so grateful because I've had a mother who just didn't give up on me. I don't know where I would be right now. I'm thankful for her patience and her love because she helped me heal and understand what was going on with me. For a while, my mom didn't really believe that I had anxiety. She thought because I didn't have as traumatic a childhood as she did, that there was no reason for me to have any sort of mental illness like anxiety or depression. To be clear, she was very young and naive, and she understands now that I do have anxiety. Due to this, I dealt with a lot of anger issues because I was so confused and so frustrated with my own mind. We had countless fights because I just didn't feel as though she understood me. No matter how upset she got with me, she still showed up. She still made me dinner. She still came to school plays. She still came to all my football games. I have so much gratitude for it. Even though she didn't understand me fully yet, she was still taking care of me with so much compassion. She still believed in me when I didn't. I'm sorry that I was so difficult, Mom, but that just gives me another reason to have so much appreciation for you. Is my mom a good mom? I guess me and my sister are the only ones that can really answer that. Short answer, yes, of course. The long answer, yes, because that was so difficult. Being a parent is probably one of the hardest jobs of all time. On top of that, she was getting her career and business up and running. She was still healing from the trauma from her childhood and teenage years. And as I mentioned, while doing this, away from her family and friends because she moved to a whole new country. So, yes, she is a good mom, the best mom, and I wouldn't want any other mom to be my mom. Not only do I think she's a great mom, I think she's a great person, a great wife, a great friend. She has showed me to be empathetic and at the same time to be strong and passionate. Like I said before, I would not be the man that I am today without her, but I also wouldn't have gotten to where I am without her love and support that she gives me every day. Thank you, Mom. You did a great job. All right. As you can tell, this was just an appreciation post for my mom. And to all the mothers out there as well, I just want to give you a big shout out because I think being a mom is probably the hardest job on the planet. I think I am so grateful to have a mother who was present as well, because I know a lot of people who just, don't have that. And I think it's such a blessing and a privilege that no matter how difficult or insufferable or annoying I was, she always saw me as this like beautiful soul. And me and my mom have a really strong bond. Or at least I'd like to think that. I'm definitely a mama's boy. Definitely not a weird mama's boy. I've seen those TikToks. Sorry, I just had to say that. But I'm so appreciative of her because no matter how insecure I was or how frustrated I was with myself and a lot of aspects in life, she always loved me, always never gave up on me, always was going to be there for me. And I think that is what every mother should be, to be honest with you. I think that every mother should give their child unconditional love and respect for them. And of course, there's going to be times where I feel like she might be nagging, but for her, it's important for her to like get it out so she can tell me. It's more like an insurance thing, and I think that like when I prove her right or wrong, she can say that I'm still glad that I told you because I warned you, or I told you so. Because I think a lot of moms love to say that. I think she also just knows me the best because she was the one who raised me. I think a lot of people don't give their like parent enough credit, and I think those people are very ungrateful for the position that they're in. Not like if they like hate their mom, but like if they are just not aware of how much their mom has done. I think people are saying like that's the bare minimum, just to show up and be there. But I think that's still a lot because I'm 22 right now and she had me at this age. I cannot imagine having a child right now. Oh my God. If I had a child right now, it's game over. He wouldn't have a father anymore. Like, no, I'm just kidding. Not that I would walk away. But I just think that, like, oh my God, like, I am literally fighting for my life to start my career, So having a child on top of that and having all the other stresses in the world and still healing from a lot of, like, trauma that I went through in my life, I am praising my mother. I am, wow, because she was going through so much at that time. I could imagine probably way more intense. Actually, not probably. It was more intense, way more difficult than anything that I'm going through right now. And I am so beyond grateful that she just ended up being a good mom. I'm so grateful for that because I know so many times where parents, are super privileged, and I think that like the way they were raised sometimes could have been like really selfish. And I think a lot of the times parents do become people in general become less selfish and more responsible and mature when they have a child. But I'm just like, some parents don't. Some parents are just super egotistical still and selfish, and because of that they become controlling, and because of that their kid starts to resent them. And I'm so grateful that I actually have a good relationship. Another thing that I want to point out is that I can tell my mom anything. And even though sometimes she doesn't want to hear some of the things, I'll be telling her anyways, because sometimes I need help or advice. um like it's like one of my I love my mom because she's like one of my best friends, like, yes, she'll give me her opinion, but with her opinion comes her support either way. Whether she doesn't like something that I did or doesn't even approve of what I did, she understands that I'm still gonna do whatever I want to do. It's just her job to like guide me in whatever situation that I'm gonna go through. I don't know. There's also been like times where she has showed me not to be the typical man. I feel like she's a very emotional person. Actually, not even very emotional. She was more emotional when I was younger. But she became a lot more resilient and strong, I feel like. And not saying that if you're emotional, you're not strong, because she still is emotional. I'm not really sure how I can word it properly, but she has shown me that even though I'm a guy, that doesn't mean that not showing my emotions or talking through some of the things that have happened is showing me that I'm not strong. It means that I am willing to become stronger by talking about it and breaking down, if that makes sense. I think she has done such a great job in the emotional aspects of my life. I think that I'm super emotionally mature, not only for my age, but for a man. Like, I don't think I always hear a bunch of my friends always talking about, like, I don't know what I did wrong in this situation, and it's typically because they're just not understanding and listening to their girlfriend or something like that. It's always like they say something stupid. And I'm not gonna say all my friends, because it's not really my current friends. It's like my ex friends, I guess, like the people that I really was around more of. How they just like they do one thing and it's like, I was so blunt and obvious, but then they say one thing and their actions are different. But in order for your words to be strong and stable, you have to show it by your actions, if that makes sense. And I think that like I always match my words with my actions. And even if I don't, I'm a person, as you guys know from this podcast, I'm a very self reflecting, self improving person. I am constantly on the go for a new version of Mario. And it's not that like I hate the old Marios. It's more about that I just want to make sure that, while the world is evolving, that I'm still evolving too. That's the only way that you're gonna, I feel like, really succeed in life, if you're constantly evolving and constantly doing those things. And I just wanted to come on here to talk about it because the reason why I'm like this, guess what? My mom, I love you, Mom. I really do appreciate you endlessly. Actually, you know what? Even for an immigrant, a brown Christian immigrant woman, she is so accepting of me, of all the crazy, untraditional paths of life that I've chosen. I have chosen to become an actor, someone who has a podcast, and a content creator. So I am so appreciative of that, because I think a lot of immigrants, I think their goal for their kids is to be a doctor or a lawyer, and that's just not something that I want to do, or I've ever really. Actually, no, I kind of wanted to do it when I was younger. The goal was always just to be happy. The goal was always supposed to be me ending up happy. And I just think that a while I never thought I was gonna get there because Oh damn, it gets me a little emotional because my dark thoughts in the past. Like I didn't think that I was even gonna be like alive now, and I know that's kind of scary to say, but without my mom, I don't really know if I would have made it through those dark moments. And like I've had moments where I've just not thought about like having kids or I don't know, like just having a family business or something like that. Like I just that's never been something for me. I don't have like the traditional sense of going to college for 4 to 5 years, getting a master's degree, going to get a 9 to 5 job, then getting engaged, and then having 2 kids and a pool in the backyard with a dog. Like I don't know. That's just not for me. Like I don't see that for myself, or at least for right now, I don't. And she's been like super like understanding of that because I think maybe she also wishes that for me instead of having a child right now. She wishes that she is so I don't think she like regrets having me at 22, but I think that like she also knows that her life would have been different at 22, and I think she can acknowledge both those things. Because I don't. She said it to me actually, like she wouldn't change it for the world. But her life would be different if she didn't have a kid, and I and I agree because I'm able to pursue my dreams, and she had to take a pause of her pursuing her dreams because she was providing the life that she wanted for me that I'm thriving to have now. Um, but yeah, I know that was a pretty short diary entry, but I just wanted to make it quick and easy. I love my mom, and that's I think I made everything pretty clear. I think me talking it out also afterwards made things pretty clear. I know a lot of the people who are watch this love my mom too. She loves you as well. She's our mom, y'all. Thank you for the love and support that y'all have been giving me. I am so grateful for genuinely the all the love and support from all platforms and for my friends and family who are now listening. My family have had now follow me, or at least my parents and some cousins follow me on my personal TikTok account, which is we'll see how that goes. I know I'm going to hear some opinions because it's not going to stop me from living my best life. That's for damn sure. But yeah, I just want to say thank you guys. Thank you for listening to this episode. If you haven't already, please like, comment, follow on whatever platform that you're watching. I'll be back next week, I promise. I think I'm going to do this thing where I'm just going to allow myself once a month to skip a week because life has been just kicking my ass. Oh my God. I'm so stressed, guys. Wish me luck. I love all of you, and I appreciate all the love that you guys been giving me, okay? All right. Bye bye.